Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2, the North American Challenger League Game 2 of the night. But let's all take a moment of silence for that last game. Oh my goodness. Team 8 taking out Cloud9 HyperX Tempest. We'll be talking about that one for a while, Dan.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when you guys see the blank bands, that means ES has one band missing, while Curse Academy have two. As you can see, Zekan on the roster right now, so he's coming in for Haima Sheep, who's gone Mia, and we will miss the sheep for a while.
Sheep MIA.
Sheep
Need to go
MIA.
out hunting our sheep. Where's the sheep? Sheep pools.
What do they call the guy who herds the sheep?
Shepherd?
A shepherd. There we go. We need
Yeah,
Shepherd to find him.
We need X Shepherd or Curse Shepherd, one of those shepherds out there, because Sheep is MIA. We will have Zekant here, and for using a non-rostered sub, Curse Academy will lose a band, or will lose two bands. Yeah. For email support, they only lose one. That's just because they didn't let us know that once again they were using Yasui instead of Much to Learn. So teams out there, if you're in the NECL, you don't want to be losing any bands. Let us know what's happening with rosters. It's pretty helpful. But hopefully we won't be seeing any more of those. We will be seeing this game, and it'll be one band versus two. Which team's going to ban Kassadin?
Kassadin?
All right, so it's pretty much one band versus one. Unless Curse Academy want to let that through, but...
I don't know if Yasui's ever played Kassadin, but I'm sure every mid laner knows
do you play mid lane? Check. Can you also play Kassadin? Yeah, also check.
Everyone can play Kassadin. Ziggy can jungle Kassadin, Dragon Raider can top Kassadin.
I've seen the jungle Kassadin before.
I have too.
It's very, very bad.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's pretty spectacular. We'll leave it at that.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Curse's only band. It's gonna be Kassadin. I'm like 120% sure.
Okay, so they are going to wait through their ban phase. We have a little bit more time to talk to you guys about this,
boy.
but nice to see Zekant back in competitive play, or at least competitive play in the Challenger scene.
Yeah.
He's been here for a long time on Curse Academy, and then he took a trip over to the main Curse roster. Spent some time over there. Now he's back, so it'll be interesting to see him and Sheep and St. Vicious all kind of go their different ways around different teams and see who winds up where. But hey, he's here right now on Curse Academy, and it's good to have him back.
All right, and the last band from the side of email support. 10 seconds ticking away. Will it be Kassadin? Will it be Shyvana, Lee Sin? Anything? Master Yi, Maokai,
Okay.
Malzahar, Vi.
All right, they will go for Lulu Vi bands. You've got 3 bands, and you go for Lulu Vi. Now,
Yasuo?
the Vi pick I like against the Sivir Vi comp that Curse Academy like to run, but they've actually just been substituting that for Pantheon. Pat's been doing a lot of great Pantheon work in the jungle. Pantheon, Elise, they're both out there. Elise is going to make it through, but it's a first pick Yasuo for Dragon Raider, man. Yasui. All of their mid laners, whether it's Yasui, Killicast, or Much to Yearn, all play Yasuo. They all play these big melee 80 carries, and they just crush with them. So getting that first pick Yasuo, it's pretty good, but it gives away Elise.
We'll see what they want to make for the comp there. Yasui and Yasuo kind of have like the same name-ish. Like, looks like that champion and him were made for each other. Thresh
Made for each other.
looking to go over to Zekan.
You're supposed to keep talking so they don't hear me.
Oh my god, we gotta make them hear
Oh
the
my
beautiful
god,
voice.
please no.
Thresh for Zekan and Pat gonna pick up the Elise for himself, formerly Petue. I don't know how to say it. It was
Pateau before, but he's just gonna stick to Pat here.
Mispronunciation from everybody. Apparently.
I think it's pretty easy to pronounce Pat, so you can follow him on Twitter at CursePat. It's pretty good. You should go do that. He's pretty cool. He's also going to change his name to Pat, so we'll go ahead and stick with that. We're going to stake with that. And now I'm hungry. Okay, Duosec, the next. Got to pick a champion, and to be honest, that's for Curse. Mid lane pick is going to be really huge because with the first pick, Yasuo, I don't think there's a whole lot of mystery. Dragon Raider could play at top lane, but he's really more of a tank player, so we should see that go mid. What do you play against Yasuo?
Trying to think.
You can go Kale, but she just got her Q nerfed, so halved ratio on that means probably won't see her in competitive play. You can go Karthus.
Gragas can do okay if you can get through the wall.
And then all of a sudden it's the Baron buff fight, and you win wall explosive cast, barrel roll, and you're just like, oh, suddenly I deal no damage.
Whoops.
So, yeah, whoopsies on that one.
But Renekton, okay, a little bit more solid. Not a knock-up, though. I'm looking for another knock-up. Can they get a jungler with the knock-up? Can a Zingy play at least?
Exactly.
Kick him into the ultimate from Yasuo?
That's what I'm kind of confused about, because you want the Vi in there with Yasuo to set up for that big laning phase strategy that gets the snowball rolling.
Yeah.
but they banned Alvi, so maybe just didn't want to give it away. You do need some knockups with Yasuo. If you run him with only his own knockup, then
it's not that reliable.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of synergy that you're missing out on there. And keep in mind, this isn't teammate. You're not going to see that big Mal fight in the top lane. Dragon Raider, I guess he could play that, but I'm thinking more of like a Lulu support kind of idea.
But she's banned.
Yeah. they banned out literally everything that would have synergized.
Ooh, Karthus. Oh yeah, in the Korean scene they're running Karthus as a counter to
yeah, Skittles.
Yeah, Skittles go
They're so delicious
underneath the wall.
I don't know.
They form
you
like
have to taste the rainbow, so I guess the rainbow goes over the wall.
I guess. But there's no Skittles Karthus skin, unfortunately. So
oh my goodness.
Janna is not too bad, too, for Yasuo. You can knock up people with the Tornado. You can knock them back with the Monsoon, and that all procs it.
Right.
Go for Janna. I want to see more knockups with this guy.
Well, to be honest,
pretty good, too.
They're playing against Curse Academy, and with Zekan on the roster, you do want to take Janna away, but they've already picked up Thresh, so there's no worries about having to take that champion away from Zekan, because you already know what he's playing down there. They actually saved the last pick for AD carry on Curse Academy. I mean, AD carries, they do different stuff, but it's
what Mashme's going to play.
It's not a big surprise. Yeah, Don't Mash Me is the premier Lucian player in pretty much all the challengers scene. He did it first, and he did it really, really well. And I mean, that's an option.
Fizz?
But
Jungle
wait, no.
Is that a placeholder? We need to know if that's a placeholder or not. Because Jungle Fizz or Jungle Renekton or Jungle Yasuo.
I'm looking at their entire champion roster, and none of it works in the jungle. Jungle
Fizz can work.
Okay, it can work. Jungle Leona, we saw one game from that last
support
split.
Fizz.
But you have to pick a support.
Okay,
yeah.
there it is.
All right, so we're gonna quit out of that lobby. Fizz was apparently a placeholder.
We're not sure for what just yet, but we'll find out.
All right, so we're going to get back into Champion Select, and this time around, it's almost even more exciting because we get to find out what the mystery placeholder was and hop back into things. Unfortunately, not all the players own all the champions, and that forces us to do things like placeholders. So if you guys don't know what that is, it's when a player doesn't own a champion, picks a champion in place of that, communicates with admins and the opposing team, but unfortunately not with us this time.
Yeah.
And now we get to see the mystery, the wonder that is... Okay, I had to make sure that neither team banned out champions that had already been chosen. That's always a little bit troll, but it is going to be Dragon Raider on that Renekton versus Rux on Dr. Mundo.
So Doran's Blade Start going to be for him up top. We see that all the time against some Fiddlesticks for a Zingy. So
all right,
interesting. Party time.
Okay, so when email support the hashtag temp name army, when they picked that big first pick Yasuo, Karthus is a great counter against Yasuo, and what that does double duty for Curse Academy is it takes that jungle Karthus away from a Zingy. That's something he's run almost every game, and it works extremely well, but it's a great pick against Yasuo, so just go that way, and it's exhaust Karthus too. So
with the lack of mobility Karthus has as well, it allows a Zingy, if he's running movement speed Quinns and that movement speed in the utility, just run straight up to him and be like, brah! And then he's just like, oh my god!
Well, what do I do? Flash! And then what do you do the second time, the third time?
You're dead.
A Zingy just camps you over and over again. All right. Well, it is a Zingy's Fiddlesticks, as the champion is known for a little bit before his jungle Karthus days, and something that he's going to be very comfortable on. A little bit sad to not see a Mumu, and I'm sure Mumu was a little bit sad about that too. But it's Fiddlesticks, and how often do you get to see a Fiddlesticks jungle?
Not too often, but we'll see if he can set up those Crow Storms well. We'll see if the Karthus versus Yasuo matchup does end up being the direct counter, and if it does go horribly wrong in Yasuo's favor, then we're going to see some really sick crits. But we're getting into the last bit of the Spectator delay, so we're going to be going to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be back with game number 2 for the night, where it's email support. We're taking on Curse Academy, and before that, we're going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, which you can check down below. Click all those boxes and check them out. You can check out Loot Crate, first of all, $13, 37 cents a month. Get a nice crate delivered to your door of the latest Geek Gamer swag, apparel, and goodies. And also, don't forget to check out LOL Class. You get a nice little small classroom online, and it's streamed directly for you in private, and you get to see your favorite pro and their champion and your favorite role, and you get to learn all the in-depth intricacies of the lane and the matchups and such, and also this Phoenix.
Yeah, if you're into in-depth intricacies, you can check out PhoenixCollection.com, where you can find all kinds of exquisitely crafted and impeccably designed gaming peripherals, such as mice, keyboards, headsets, and mouse pads, all by clicking the Bejesus down below and heading on over there. But like Dan said, that is going to do it for our Spectator delay. We're going to head into a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, because Season 2 of NACL continues right after this.
carrying coffins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Season 2 of the North American Challenger League. I am Rapid, here with EGAD. We are into email support a.k.a. the hashtag Temp Name Army. They're in the blue, taking on Curse Academy. They're in the red. And Curse Academy, man, they're coming out with Zeeken now in the support role. It's going to be starting tomorrow, and just kind of get us started a little bit ahead of time here. And without all the bans that you're used to seeing, we got some different champion choices out there. Yasuo versus Karthus in the mid lane, and Azingi's jungle Fiddlesticks. We'll see if we see some Azingi Rude Crow Storms out there later on.
Be funny, but he's not even rocking the party time skin, so I don't even want to say happy birthday when he does ulti. It's going to be a sad time, but there's actually mirrored 5-man invades coming in.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. If he starts with Dark Winds, that's going to be a ton of damage. Here it comes. It looks like they're going to walk right into each other, and Zenith Blade. No, it looks like they still have Zeeken.
Drained Zekken out, and he gets away the last second.
Gets the kill, and First Blood goes over to the side of email support. Dragon Raider heals up. They're chasing down. Looks like they're not done. Draining up Rux. He's forced the flash away. They stun up Mashby, but Duosec takes down Yasuo. And it looks like they might not be done just yet. Still, Cleavers could come in from Rux. He doesn't have flash to catch up, but the Skittles are raining down as they will take a little bit of HP off Adrian. And it looks like Dragon Raider and Zig were chasing down some targets, and it's a 4v4 down bot. It's an Arab as everybody is in the bot lane. And Dragon Raider's
gonna die! Goes down to the Skittle. Duosec coming out big.
2-0. Oh my god.
What are these level 1s? We saw a huge level 1 in game 1 of the night.
Oh my god.
Even bigger tonight in game 2. And I mean, Azingi doesn't really need help for his buff. He's starting at half health. And while that's a little bit annoying, he should still be okay to start his buff. You can see Pat's getting a little bit of help from Zeeken, but the big deal is going back to base, starting out with another Doran's Ring. It's 2 for 1. Doran's special there in the mid lane, and while he did pick up that early advantage from the Doran's Ring, he did miss out a little bit on the levels. So might see if the level 2 all in from Yasui is strong enough to make up that difference there. Does hit level 2 and doesn't decide to do anything with it.
Double Doran's Ring. Karthus is going to be a nightmare for this early game for this poor Yasuo, so we'll see how they can play it.
Especially since it's more like quad Doran's Ring. When you hit a Skittle that's isolated, it does double damage anyway. So it's like you had even more Doran. It's all the Dorans, if you can hit those Skittles, though. So.
And since Dragon Raider started Doran's Blade up top, he's not going to be able to sustain as hard. Oh, Death Sentence does connect.
On
going to go into Zig. They get the Flay, and the Ignite dropped as well. They're going to see if they can force anything out of him. His barrier is still available. He turns around with the built-over Peacemaker. Zeeken poking away and prodding, and Zig's going to have to use those potions that he has from the help from the first one he picked up.
Oh, man. This is so clutch for Zig. He's got to keep away from, like, not only just, like, the Boomerang Blades, but the ricochet damage just ambiently through the wave. That is, it doesn't do a whole lot early on, but it can chip you down if you're very low health. So he's just going to be farming with Piltovers for now after losing out that trade. Great hook from Zeeken, really showing his stuff down there in the bottom lane. Oh, and the net hit the wrong minion.
Azingi's looking to come in on mid right now. He has flash. Duosec has flash as well, though. So we'll see if they can make anything happen. The Elise is on the other side. And Zig and Adrian kind of going to hold back here in this bot lane and just sustain back up as much as possible. 2 mana potions actually picked up by Zig. And up in the mid lane, the Drain is tanking through. Duosec forced the flash away. Cocoon over the wall, actually going to stop a little bit of that. There's a knockup coming in from Yasui on Yasuo. He's trying to dash away and juke as much as possible. The repel comes down. It's going to be the auto attack from Cursed Pat to pick up the kill on that one, and a nice counter gank to stop Azingi's aggression. But a good flash from Duosec, keep him alive.
Yeah, that counter gank's really going to shut things down because not only did Yasui die level 1, his lane opponent picked up both of those kills, started with more items, and now that he got that counter gank, is just going to continue to snowball that lane. Now, there is comeback potential, especially like level 5, level 6 for Yasui is really going to be a big to see if he can turn that lane around. And hey, Fiddlesticks is always a good game changer when you come in with those Crow Storms at level 6. So there's some potential later on, but ooh, Zenith Blade going in there at Death Sentence, though he hits on to Zig. Trading that damage out, getting those Sunlight procs out there for some bonus damage, but still overall lower HP bars down there for the Temp Name Army.
Yeah, they're going to be sitting back for a long while, and since Sivir can shield up traps, shield up Piltover Peacemaker, she's not going to be taking too much harass. We're in a bad position anytime soon, and they're going to ward up, keep it safe, try to keep the farm coming into Zig as much as possible, even if he does miss some from the Piltover Peacemakers. And I'm wondering where the next jungle gank's going to come. Elise could come down bot, use the Cocoon, maybe look for a tower dive and repel the tower aggro, or something like that, but that seems a little risky. Level 6 for Azingi is going to be key, and where he decides to go with that first Crow Storm is going to be really, really important.
All right, it's a little bit confusing for the mid laner because it's Yusui playing Yasuo. So I'm getting a nice compromise. Yasuo.
Yasuo? Yasuo.
All right, well, player's name is Yusui, champion's name Yasuo. If we say anything similar to that, we're talking about the mid lane. So you got Yasuo, the champion, versus Karthus there. Duosec starting things off really, really well. Gets a 5-minute Tear of the Goddess and double Doran's Ring. He's got the early game from Doran's, the late game from Tear. That's going to be one scary Karthus to play against.
Yeah, he doesn't ever have to put himself in a poor position, because if Yasui wants to go in on him, he has to dash or walk near him, and then he puts out the Defile, puts out the late waste, and even has the wall to slow him down if he's on a turret or trying to get away from him. So Karthus looking like a really strong pick here. And he's playing it really well too.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see as much as Yasui is trying to dash away from those Skittles and be really agile and mobile in the lane, Duosec actually, just straight up turns on the Defile. And how do you trade against Defile? Well, you just walk away.
Yeah, since it's earlier on in the game, it doesn't do that much damage, so he's able to get away with his shield and his passive. So just going to be dashing around to dodge the Skittles as well, and I want to see where they go from here. He's 0-2 in mid lane. He's got double Dorans. Not going to be building towards the static shift anytime soon. He's going to be pretty far behind. They're keeping up a farm, though, but those 2 kills are going to really help out. So up top, Dragon Raider and Rux, they're just a slap fight. As he does have a pickaxe on Renekton right now, Giant's Belt for Rux, so a little bit more damage, a little bit more pushing potential comes in from Dragon Raider on that Renekton. And he does need a turret shot there, but he'll back out, he'll still stand up, he'll be just fine. So will Rux.
Alright, well, Dragon Raider up top lane versus Rux, like you said, just going to be fine. Wet Noodle fight. You can see Dragon Raider actually misses the minion block there, and we'll dodge the cleaver, though, so it makes up for it. We've got a little bit of an invade here. By a little, I mean a lot, as Pat's trying to take away the red buff, gets it safe and sound, no questions asked, just walks in, walks back out. And it's going to look towards that middle lane, see if he can find something on Yusui. He does fight off Duosec there, drops that wall. He might have the all-in, but yeah, Exhaust just stopping basically everything from going down. Oh, misses the knockup. So flashes out after a dash to a minute.
For the kill.
Can't run.
Yes.
You can't hide from Requiem. Duosec. Long range gives Curse Academy their 4th kill of the game. 3rd kill for Karthus, man. Really starting that snowball roll.
All right, and nice job for the hook from Zcamp. Now going on to Adrian. They drop the Ignite. They're going to chase down with a bunch of damage. It looks like they're going to switch over to Zig now, trading him out, and they're winning this lane super hard with those initiations coming from Zcamp. And the heal from Adrian is still available, so good luck to see if they want to use that on the gank attempt. While there was a potential red invade, but Azingi actually did end up swiping that one away and picking it up and defending it for himself. So no steal from Pat. And man, that knockup in mid lane from Yusui, almost connecting out to Duosec, but he
if he had had that all in, might have been able to kill.
Go 1 for 1 at least.
At least, but still, not in the greatest, positioning, regardless. And really, that's just kind of the story of the game. Pat, he's 1-3. Karthus 3-1. Perfect synergy there. And actually, Duosec is going to go for the greedy mana build, pick up both mana items, the Tear, and then of course the Rod of Ages as well. We'll have to see how far you can get into those. The reason you don't go for the double mana is because it takes so long to stack up, and while your late game may be great, your mid game is a little bit weaker. But hey, if you start out with double Doran's Rings and you're 3-1 already, that's a good idea to go for it.
Yep, and he's got also the Catalyst now, so going for Rod of Ages, going for, actually a Crow Storm over the wall. Pat is going to get chased down. Is it enough auto attack?
The red buff! It's going to...
Yes.
There we go.
Perfect.
Azingi taking out Pat, just punishing him. It's like Pat tried to steal Azingi's red buff. He's like, no, it's my red buff.
Try to steal mine, I will steal yours. And it looks like this might come through. They give it to Dragon Raider.
Ooh.
So that's going to help out him in top.
Double red buffs for
slicing and dicing. He's going to cut off Rux here.
The temp name army. And now, Rux is going to get red buffed up there and stunned. And now Azingi's going to get in range for the Fear. You've already got that Sadism popped for Rux. So he'll be safe and sound for now. But they took my red buff. I took their red buff too.
All right, so going even, and good job for that one from the side of email support. So they're getting themselves a little bit of an advantage with that in the jungle, at least for Zingy. Going to wait for the next Crow Storm. He did go for mobility boots first, so looking for a lot of gank potential.
Wow, that's so Zingy. You don't see anybody else do that. He's just like, well, I could buy a Spirit Stone item. I could build some damage, or I could just buy boots of mobility and run around the map killing everything. And while the Temp Name army were able to steal away the red buff, pick up a kill top lane, Pat just respawns and heads straight to Dragon.
Yeah.
First Dragon of the game for Curse Academy.
So good job for them. They have a nice little 1,000 goal lead, which really is insignificant at this point because, you know, as the game goes on, it just ends up being not too much. The hook comes in, and they will go in onto Adrian there. They eat a trap as well. Solar Flare comes through, but a nice shield
shielded
from Mashme. They drop the box in response. They Lantern in Pat, though. They're doing a ton of damage. Cocoon connects onto Zig. They're going to try to take down Silsol as fast as possible. They do end up getting the kill, so a nice gank from Pat as well as the ultimate combinations coming in from that bot lane on Curse Academy, just synergizing so well.
Curse Academy. This is looking like a good game for Pat so far. A 1, 1, and 4. Of course, Mashme as well. I got to give a shout out to that guy. He's picking up some kills and assists, starting things off very strong in the beginning of the game and finishing, or at least helping to finish them there. He's gonna have a BF sword, or the Bloodthirster completed when he heads back to base after clearing this next wave maybe. But will he sneak it up? He wants this all in onto a Zig.
Wow.
Does get both procs to that bouncing blade, and, or the boomerang blade rather. And man, that's bouncing blade's the Katarina, boomerang blade down there. But yeah, nice all in, and that's pretty characteristic of Mashme. He could go back, he could just wave clear, but no, he wants to get that big 1v1 and take care of Zig for now, and we'll sizably push him all the way back to base. I think Mashme's okay just dealing with Leona.
Yeah, he'll be fine, unless Leona somehow all-ins and just completely bursts him down. But either way, we're seeing a little bit of initiation in mid. Yasui gonna get exhausted, drops to the wind while trying to dash through it, but it's not gonna be enough. The file comes in. He actually turns it off and turns it back on and picks up the kill with the extra damage that you do get when you do turn it on. So really nice play from Duosec, and that counter pick just working out perfectly as he is currently 4-0-1 on that Karthus.
Yeah, Karthus right now is a force to be reckoned with.
Fed Karthus, very rare.
Exactly. Well, Karthus by himself is very rare, but works well against Yasuo, and you can see Yasui really having a rough time with that. But now I want to see what he gets when he goes back. Should be just that straight up, yeah, early Rod of Ages, 12-minute mark. Maybe not early, but especially considering all of his additional itemization.
That's early.
It's pretty early along with that. So 2-6, great start to the game here for Curse Academy, and I'm just saying, EGAD, it's starting to look like that mid lane may possibly be going in Curse Academy's favor. But what do you do as Yasuo in this situation? You're 0-4, you're desperately trying to get that static shift and just farm your way into infinity.
When he gets to Infinity Edge, it doesn't matter who you are. Yasuo still just does a ton of damage. You have Zingy channeling the ultimate. Oh, what a nice lantern.
Oh, they baited a Zingy in too. Beautiful.
Yasui, again, they're going to get targeted out here. Does dodge away from the Cocoon. You see the Dominus popped up by Dragon Raider, and Duosec just kite away. It looks like they're going to be okay here. They're trying to fight this without teleport. Comes in from Rux as well. You might want to cancel that one. He's going in.
He's in there. That's exactly
3v3.
That would have been a good
Sadism. Oh, he's caught out. There's the nice cleaver over the wall. Destinus connects, and Mashme picks up the kill on a Zingy. The rotation is now. Ooh, a Cocoon connects on Yasui. They pop the hunt. He's going to be forced to flash away. Cleaver connects.
From Requiem.
Before the wall, he flashes with the shield through the tornado. Mashme gets a double kill. Requiem comes through as well. And it's not going to pick up any kills, but it will zone them away. And it looks like this tier 1 in the mid lane will be the first turret of the game for Curse Academy.
Curse Academy could have just backed there and let Duosec pick up the kill onto Yasui with Requiem. But no, Mashme's just like, screw this, I'm diving. Goes underneath the turret, picks up the kill. Now 3-0-2. Nice solar flare, spell shield, not enough, and a nice barriers. Well, keeps Mashme alive. It's actually going to be the dive in there from Adrian. Flash over the wall.
Wow.
No, counter flash from Rux. Getting in there with the swag cleavers to pick up the last auto attack. And it's going to be good for 10-2. Curse Academy, man, really firing on all cylinders so far. I don't know how much of an academy they are, but wherever it is, I want to go.
And it looks like they're rotating towards the top lane now. Dragon Raider has had some free alone time up here. Does pick up the turret with the help of the minions, and he's not going to get cut off. It looks like Rux is just going to back on off the front of that huge wave and go through the harassing just a little bit. But either way, that dive and that turret kill was so crucial. And then also catching out Zig and Adrian in that skirmish in the mid lane helps him out a lot. Zingy going to clear out his red. Crowstorm up in a couple more seconds. This crows up the wall, helps out his bot lane and Zig getting those. And Blue Buff should be coming up relatively soon as well. And Curse Academy have a ward of this. They might want to try to steal that one up and hand it over to Duosec or possibly Pat. It's like this blue spawn, so Duosec's going to snag that one away, so they probably just going to get a timer on it. And Dragon's up in a minute, actually a minute now, so going to see where the warding comes in and who wants to go for it more.
All right, with Dragon coming up again, I would expect to see this one go to Curse Academy. They're really far ahead, and they do have a lot of great zoning tools with ward coverage set up ahead of time. So perfect timing, everything working out their way. And Zig, man, you can just tell he's having such a hard time here against Mashmi. He doesn't even spell shield that Zenith's Blade was able to. Death Sentence lands there onto Adrian. A few auto attacks. Mashmi playing this very, very carefully. Knows exactly his zone potential. And is staying safe for now. But like I said, Dragon's coming up. See Pat helping Duosec figure things out. But Dragon Raider and Rux there. Dragon Raider might die here if he keeps getting cleaver spam.
But he backs out, and let's say him down now after it's done taken away.
Adrian?
Could be a point.
Or, Azingi's there.
Yeah, Azingi's lurking. He's kind of lurking out. He might be spotted out by a ward in that Tri-Brush or the River Ward.
Top lane. It's Dragon time, Egad. And Curse Academy, they're just going to walk on that one. They don't even need their jungler there because they don't have to worry about that smite, and they don't have to worry about mid lane. They don't have to worry about bottom lane. Dragon for Curse Academy.
Yeah, so 2 dragons for none in favor of Curse Academy. They have a 5,000 gold lead. And Azingi actually going to run into Duosec here. Silences now, drains him, slows him a little bit with the red buff. Skittle's going to come in response. Exhaust is dropped out. Yusui is there now. Tornado does not knock up. Azingi takes through most of that while down bottom. The Cocoon connects onto Zig. The flash and the dive, the flay forward though. It should have been backwards, but the repel comes through, and he actually does pick up 1 kill on Mashmi. The turret is not hitting anybody else, so they will just go 1 for 1, trading that ADC for ADC. And up top, it looks like Azingi did actually end up getting out of there, so it was okay. But Shield of Daybreak, nobody else. Azingi's kind of rotating down though, but he'll be spotted out by Pink.
Rux making a flank move on to that middle lane. Duosec very, very low, but keep in mind still has that Requiem if Rux can get in there. Windwall is out to try to block cleavers, but it's just a nice slice away through the minion wave. But there's the ult in Azingi. Rude Throw Storm getting in there onto Duosec. Takes him out. Rux will die.
Is that enough to kill Renekton? Wow! That did a crap ton of damage. Yasui's going to get chased out here. He tries to turn over with the knockup and ult. The shield comes through. He is not long for this world, possibly. He gets chased out by the Spider Link. Death Sentence connects for the kill. Zekin snags that one up, and that is going to be a 3 for 2. So, nice rotation coming in from Curse Academy. Snag up the rest of those kills, and even more damage from this Karthus, who has now his Archangel Staff. And building towards that Saros and Brace, and still has a stacking Rod of Ages, so a ton of AP and health and potential survivability for him.
Oh my gosh, this this game is just Curse running everywhere, and pretty much, I want to say it's the Pateau show, or just now Pat. It's just him running everywhere. You can see he's got 10 out of the 14 kill participation, so it's looking pretty good for him. He's had great counter ganks. He's actually 2-1 and 8, and you know, it's surprising to me to see how much he's camped that middle lane, because Yasuo never got going. He was behind from level 1, and after dying 3, 4, 5 times, you wouldn't expect to see him keep going back there, but if he's gonna keep playing aggressive, it's just free kills for Curse.
All right, and now up top, rotation coming in from Mashmi, looking to chunk away at Dragon Raider.
Oh my gosh,
he has no armor, so he gets taken down to half HP. His Dominus is still not up for a couple more seconds, so gonna have a rough time holding this one. Azingi's rotating up too, who has his ultimate up in a couple more seconds, so could look to see a play on Ado Mashmi. If he can spell Shield the Fear, I think he'll be okay. Azingi comes in though, the Hunt is activated, the shield is propped. He does force a flash and a barrier wave. Flash Stone comes in, he's gonna get feared, he's gonna get drained, and the Crow doesn't bounce though. Can he pick up Dragon Blade? Oh, he's not able to. Dragon Raider sustains through it. A teleport comes in though. Will Azingi block the cleaver for his teammate is the question. No, he strafes away. Dragon Raider dodges. Hook does not connect. That's like the first one that missed this game. Fear comes through. Curse Rux is going to chase this one out, and the drain to tank, but the ignite on top is not enough. Yasui comes in though. There is the Lantern, and he's going to pull him towards him, but the dashes from Yasuo are going to be too much. Dragon Raider sustaining through most of this. It looks like Pat actually flashed over the wall behind the turret to come into hell. Dragon Raider going to get taken down while they actually do take Zekin out, and Rux is going to be able to kite this one out. The Skittle picks up the kill as Zig gets the turret down by. And is this over though? We're looking for Silsol right now. They are going to look to dive this one out. Skittles come through. They're connecting through like crazy. Cocoon not going to connect though. He Zenith Blades in. Defile, he flashes away from it. The Skittle going to pick up the kill. Duosec on point with those. And that is going to be a top overall kill. That was a 4 for a 1? Yeah, a 4 for 2, excuse me. Mashmi died too.
Yeah, Mashmi did die there, but oh my goodness, Karthus kill participation is looking a little bit high right now. 8, 1, and 5, and it's been a while since we've seen Fed Karthuses on this level. Duosec as well. If you guys missed him playing in the NACC last weekend,
wow.
Okay, I think.
Can you get him? No. He got exhausted most of that drain. Oh, it was like 5 HP.
Serious? Duosec has, like, the heart of the cards or the luck of something or other. I don't know if he's Irish there.
Can
Maybe
he do it?
He's going to drop the wall. Doesn't hit.
He lost his mobility boost because of the spiders. Oh, it sucks. Oh, there's a ward right there. Oh, they're pinging. They're pinging.
Oh,
Can he do
my
it?
gosh.
Can he do it? He doesn't have flash, though.
Ward, please. It's not going to be.
No, he
oh,
got
my
it.
gosh. Just in time. This game is so close, but at the same time, it's not.
It doesn't feel close.
Well,
I mean, it feels like it's really close, but it's really not.
Yeah, exactly. 8-1 and 5. Karthus going back to base. Now we'll look for a Void Staff to come out next. But instead of just buying the Void Staff straight up, decides to pick up some Sorcerer's Shoes to get himself back to that mid lane.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That was really scary. But 8-1 Karthus. When do you ever get to say that? That's ridiculous.
Duosec is legit. He's the real deal. And when Curse Academy remade their roster for this season, they pull out guys like Patu or Titores or nobody knows, or at least you haven't seen these players in competitive play before. Same thing with Duosec, recruited right out of the collegiate scene. It's just great to see somebody a little bit new to competitive play just do so well. And the temp name Army, they do still have yet to pick up a win, so you can see them still having yet to turn their struggles into snuggles. But now Mashmi going to get in there. Nice spell shield there on the stun.
He's draining.
Start to drain, but he gets just blown up before it's even complete.
Mashmi's going to time to ignite, though, and looks like Dragon Raider picks up one. Yasuo picks the ultimate up and the kill onto Zeken, but he's going to be shortly followed by the rest of the team. They do take down Duosec. He lives. He kites to the wall, and that's a killing spree for Curse Pat. And the only one alive is Zig, who wasn't even in that fight. That was a 4v5, and it was actually dangerously close. I think if Zig was there, he could have probably slapped off a kill onto Duosec. But now he's going to be forced to defend off this tier 2 while Duosec goes back to heal. Peto is going to go back to jungling. And these fights, 9-22, highly in favor of Curse Academy.
Nobody gave Duosec the memo that Karthus is supposed to die so we can use his passive. But I don't know. Duosec doesn't even need a passive so far. It's just chosen to go. There's like Suicide Karthus where you go like revive, teleport, or random stuff like that. But for Duosec, he didn't really plan on dying just yet, and we'll be picking up that Void Staff maybe a little bit ahead of schedule.
When do you ever see a Yasuo go 2-8? That's crazy.
The struggle, man. He didn't have any kills not too long ago.
He started off 0-1 and then went 0-2 after he got a counter gank by Pat in that mid lane. So now they're clearing out wards in the Dragon Pit, and the Baron Pit, excuse me. They're clearing out everything that they can, dropping their own wards, and maybe looking to secure that. Karthus is probably one of the fastest Barons in the game next to Cassiopeia with blue buff. I'm trying to think of anybody else who does it faster. Percentage damage from Elise and Kha'Zix's pretty strong.
Cassiopeia also does really fast big objectives like Dragon and Baron. It used to be something that Season 2 Curse roster used to do. They used to go Yorick top with Cassiopeia, and she just put out way too much damage, and you have to kill her twice. So it's pretty rough to deal with when you get that champion, but as mobility is relatively highly valued in Season 4, probably won't be seeing the return of Cassiopeia anytime soon.
All right, big wards galore. Everything warded up, cleared out. They're not. Oh, they're actually going to start it. All right, so
they are. Wow.
Let's see. Nobody's actually around it, so this is going to be our free Baron over Curse Academy.
And yeah, the freest of Barons. Apparently 4 people missing on the map, and what was that, 2 pink wards and 4 other wards all the way around that Baron area. That's about as safe as you can possibly do a Baron. Now Rux is going to run straight through that wall of pain. Look at put some pain onto a Zingy. The fear actually runs out almost instantly because of the Merc Tread and the Burning Axe from both sides.
All right, and with the Baron buff up, they're looking really strong. They're going to push down this mid lane, take down the turret very easily if they want to do that. Leave Rux to split push. I'm pretty sure he can 1v1 at this point. It's a little trap to spot out Pat, though, and the Cleavers and the Skittles are going to rain down underneath this turret. But Zig can hold this off. Built over Peacemaker's clear really well. Renekton can afford to take some harass. He's got that Visage and the Ravenous Hydra to heal up. But still, the Baron regen is going to be so hard to deal with from the side of Curse Academy. Tornado comes through, does knock up, but not going to go in for that last breath. Either way, Curse Academy, 10,000 gold ahead. And looking to make it about 11,000 when they take this turret out. Oh, actually, Crowstorm goes over the side. They go into Duosec. Zingy doesn't have Zhonya's. Oh, he does have Zhonya's Hourglass. Does use it in the middle of the fight while it looks like they do get Rux to pick up the kill on a Zingy. They do get one, though. They take Karthus, and he finally gets to use his passive and use his ultimate at the same time. But it's a 4-4-1, and the only one to survive is Zig, which normally in a regular team fight would be okay because, you know, the ADC living is great, but when 4 members survive from Seta Curse Academy, that's going to be an inhibitor going down.
Yeah, 4-4-1, and the 4-1-1 on that fight was the Duo Sec picks up his second kill of the game. Duo second death there. But everything else is going straight the way of Curse Academy. Ruck's too big to handle right now, and with the Karthus pretty big as well. It's going to be a lot for the Temp Name Army to try to come back against, and especially after having lost their first inhibitor and the first dragon pre-25 minutes. That's they're a little bit ahead of schedule. Curse Academy working overtime.
We're the 40-minute first blood. I mean, the 20-minute first bloods, 40-minute Nexus turrets going down, or like the 40-minute inhibitors. This is a nice speedy game, but Cleaver comes through. Actually, just takes out the whole passive from Yasui on that Yasuo. God, it's like a tongue twister. Yasuo.
Yasuo.
Yasuo. One day.
I don't know. Sounds like old McDonald's farm up in here. But
except on Summoner's Rift.
It's true. I don't know where you make that farm there. Speaking of farm, we got Rux having farmed basically the entire game. Comes back to the mid lane and just cleavers him down. And now one cleaver after another. This is
where are you going, Caitlyn? Nowhere.
The wall of pain too. That duo lane just getting caught out there. Duo Sec taking him down there. He picks up his 10th kill of the game a while.
That's a surrender vote. It's done.
Yeah, surrender vote 5-0, and
wow.
that is a rough way to end the game. 10-28 and 5-2 in turrets. Curse Academy take out the Temp Name Army, and that's a pretty dominant way to start things out. Curse Academy, I believe they improved their roster to 4-2, and now are actually tied.
In 5-1.
Oh yeah, wait, 5-1. Yeah, so they continue in their rampage through. They're actually ahead in the standings of LMQ. And they are actually now tied with Cloud9 HyperX Tempest, who earlier lost their game to Team 8. But LMQ are still having one game left to play tonight, so they'll get a chance to
Curse Academy is ahead of Cloud9, because they're 4-1. Curse Academy is now 5-1. So they're at the top of the league. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you're right. All right, so standings being what they are, if you guys want to check out all the standings, you can head over to our Reddit thread, which you'll be which you will
exclamation point Reddit in the chat.
There's a nice little chat. We'll get. That's the chat command.
The Lucian Double Guns.
It's true. Lucian Double Guns been doing pretty well. Didn't see it that game, but it worked out really well for Maple Street later on. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a quick break, because coming up next, it's Complexity Black taking on Cognitive Esports, and we'll have that game, a whole lot more coming up as Season 2 of the North American Challenger scene continues right after this.